attraction fans, especially of Universal, expecting the Harry Potter review of the newest Harry Potter attractions at Universal Orlando. Let's get our magic on and get going with the first one that I just talked about, Escape from Gringotts Bank. This one is obviously a partial roller coaster and 3D attraction. It's the only actual roller coaster, I should say, that I've ever been on that uses 3D glasses. Not that there's other rides at Universal that use glasses too, like Terminator 2 and Transformers and Spider-Man and so forth. But those actually aren't physically roller coasters like this one is, even though, you know, there's some parts where it's actually a roller coaster, and then there's some parts where there's stops and it makes you feel like you're really there with IMAX projector screens like the Forbidden Journey and other rides and so forth. This one, yeah, it does have a drop at the very beginning, so yeah, there's going to be some spoilers obviously in this. The line queue itself is well designed. If you've seen especially most of the Harry Potter movies, it should be a love letter to Harry Potter fans. The lines, of course, like Forbidden Journey, can get pretty long unless you decide to take the single rider line, even if you're with somebody, just to sit for the sake of saving time. And of course you got the big dragon outside, and there I am, and it breathes fire occasionally. I don't know if it's every like 10 minutes or so. A lot of people just stand around there, and these Harry Potter sections in both parks are the most overcrowded that I've ever been through. I guess there's just so many die-hard fans looking to go to these sections. It's unbelievable. The butter beers are great. I mean, it's really something that's to check out. Even though I'm not a die-hard fan with this franchise, it's still spectacular. And then, yeah, it's like you're walking through the bank. You got the animatronic goblins, which are the most realistic I've ever seen. I mean, they're almost lifelike. And then, of course, it gets dark, and then it's like all these Harry Potter rides create that surreal atmosphere, like you're walking through a dark alley or something that's dark. It's really cool. And as I said, you get the 3D glasses, you get on the thing, and yes, the course, it's going to have sudden, you know, stops and acceleration and such, but as I said in the beginning, there is a drop, you know, where it kind of like holds you in place and then it drops you, and there's a lot of like parts where the cars that you're in turn. So it's similar to Revenge of the Mummy, sort of, except the Revenge of the Mummy, the cars don't spin. But yeah, in this ride they actually do, and a lot of times just 3D IMAX projector screens, as I said before, and some 3D images that feel like they come right in your face. But I'm going to be honest, this one's not quite as good as Forbidden Journey. I'm going to have to favor that ride as for best Harry Potter attraction at Universal, because I just feel that one has more to it. That one has motion, and I feel it's longer. It just has a lot more to it. I did love that ride, and obviously I reviewed it already. It's great. This one is good. It's just not quite as good. And for the wait time that I had to wait for, I believe it was like 30 or 40 minutes, it's really not quite worth it. And I know last year when it first opened, the wait times went up to like 5 hours, and I feel sorry for any of you who waited for that long for this ride. Not that it's bad or anything. It is good. The design of it is very good. The queue line's good, as I said before, but I just feel it's not quite as good as Forbidden Journey. As I said, it should have had more to it. It should have been a little bit longer, but it's good. It's just not as good as the one over at Islands of Adventure at Forbidden Journey. Design's good, but I'd still give it a shot if you're a diehard fan. So I'm just going to have to go with a plain two remotes up on this one. So give it a shot if you feel like it. So, and the Hogwarts Express, of course, I mentioned in last year that was being built too. It's right between this section of Universal Studios and the Disaster Ride. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. I give it a shot. Of course, you got to have the 2-park pass, because you're crossing from one park into the other. And depending on which way you're going, whether you're going from Universal Studios to Islands of Adventure, or if you're going from Islands of Adventure to Universal Studios, the ride, obviously, experience is different, being that what you see outside the window and what you also see, you know, because you're in these old-fashioned, like, European-style, like, coach cars. Yeah, it's a legit steam locomotive. It comes in the station, and it's steaming. It's really fantastic. I mean, they really go the extra mile to make these stations almost lifelike. Now, the station right near in Universal Studios is called King's Crossing, as I said. It brings you over to, and that's obviously near Diagon Alley, which is where Escape from Gringotts is. It's a little more walking, obviously. It's not. It doesn't bring you exactly right there as I thought it would. It is a little bit of walking to get there. The one in Islands of Adventure is called Hogsmeade, which goes pretty much right under Dragon Challenge, former Dueling Dragons, and both stations are designed differently. The one in Islands of Adventure, Hogsmeade, is more outdoors, even though the line is underneath the station. And I didn't even realize when you look up, you actually can see people waiting on the platform, which is really cool. Um, Wait times can get pretty, long. I mean, the line itself can get long, but it moves pretty fast because the train ride itself is pretty fast. But as I said, it's cool and it's interesting because it makes you feel like you're in the movie. I guess if you look outside and see what's really out there, I mean, for real, there's not much really to see besides the back of the whole Universal complex, I guess, highways or roads or whatever. They really go the extra mile to make it feel like you're in the Harry Potter movies or books or so forth. It even makes you feel like people are walking through like the whole coach cars, like the characters from the movie, and you got bugs and stuff that get on the doors and on the outside. It's really a magical ride that should definitely be taken at least once. But as I said, it's different one way than it is the other way coming back, depending on which direction you're going in. And as I said, you need the 2-park pass, and they do as if you're entering one of the parks. You have that pass, you're pretty much all set to go. You don't, well, you gotta go get one then. So, I think it's a well worth train ride right there, and I give it another plain 2 earbuds up on that one, just like Escape from Gringotts. Not that it's a bad ride, it's good, and it's short, but it's still a magic ride that should be taken at least one way. So, until next time, keep watching.